What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Cooking Catastrophes with Coca-Cola. I'm your host, Coca-Cola, and today we are cooking up a catastrophe. What we got going on is we're going to be making an amazing breakfast burrito, and if you're not from like the New Mexico, Colorado area, you've probably not had the best sauce in the world for a breakfast burrito, and that's that Hatch green chili, which was a sweet birthday gift from my friend. Thank you. And so we're gonna get this going. I also did end up getting that pure Coca-Cola syrup. So for that, I'll take a shot of it for you. And then of course, cheers. Thank you for joining me. All right, so we have our grass-fed New York strip steak from Walmart for a nice $6.74. We're gonna go ahead and get that marinated in some good old-fashioned Coca-Cola. All right, that just barely fits in there, so that's gonna be perfect. We'll go ahead and let that soak overnight, and this should be delicious in the morning. Right, we went ahead and did it. We got our 2.5 gallons of pure Coca-Cola syrup. It's in this giant bag. And I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do is just soak some bacon overnight in this, and we'll see how that turns out tomorrow. Maybe get some like Coca-Cola candy bacon. So I got some Black Label thick cut bacon, but honestly it looks like some pretty weak bacon, so I'm pretty bummed out about that. Whatever, let's get this thing soaked in pure Coke. It's okay, all the bacon stayed inside of the thing. I don't understand why this isn't leaking. We're gonna figure this out. Hang on. There we go. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. That's what we like to see. Oh, here we go. There it is. Yes. Yes. All right, so we've got our bacon soaking in pure Coca-Cola syrup. I'm gonna go ahead and add some crushed red pepper flakes because I like little, why not get the whole savory, sweet, spicy kind of thing going on. Not too much, who knows, I don't know. That's looking pretty good to me. I think we're just gonna let this sit overnight with our steak that we have going in the Coca-Cola. And since this is prep work, of course, we always gotta do some prep. Catch you tomorrow. All right, so we're gonna dice these up before we boil them in Coca-Cola with the world's most dangerous knife. Sometimes your enemies can be your friends. So we're gonna get through these, make them nice and burrito-sized chunks. Hopefully I don't slice my finger up, and we'll come right back in just a second. See, look at that. Ham! Okay, so we've got our gold potatoes chopped up. Didn't get cut this time, so victory Coke on that one. We're gonna boil them up in some Coca-Cola. So I'm gonna go ahead and just, we're gonna add them into this pan here. All right, potatoes boiling in Coke. About to take them off in just a little bit here. We'll get them drained, get them cooled, and then we'll get moving on with the rest of the process. Normally I'm not a big fan of like super sweet breakfast, candied bacon kind of stuff, but sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. I'm gonna lay them out, throw them in the oven at like 425 for some amount of time until they're done. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start getting our Hatch green chili warmed up into this giant bowl. We're just gonna pour the whole thing in. Thankfully, Jenny sent me more than one, so thank you very much for that. Pour it all on in there. It's gonna be absolutely delicious. And then, of course, we have to add some of that pure Coke syrup. So we're just gonna add some of that in there and get these flavors to mesh a little bit. We'll heat it up, let them get to know each other. It's gonna be good. Okay, so here we have our Coke butter little concoction. I'm getting my cast iron heated up to throw the steak on there because I think the bacon's almost done. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of this Coke butter. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. We're hot. Hot. We're hot. A little more. We'll see how this turns out. Meanwhile, let me get my steak. Throw that right there. Tons of pepper. Pepper makes it pop. Garlic powder. Salt. Onion powder. Alright, now this pan is the handle's not quite hot. But it seems like we might be able to sear some steak here with this, so we're just gonna go for it. Yep. Woo! Alright. Wish I would not have thrown that down so vigorously. Got a little bit of a grease in my face. No big deal. That's how we do it here. Holy mother. So now for the potatoes, we're going to add a little more Coke butter into here. We're going to go with some Lowry's for the potatoes. Obviously a ton of pepper. I'm a pretty simple guy when it comes to breakfast potatoes. These are our Coke cooked potatoes. Yeah. Oh, dang. I'm gonna hit them with some Lowry's for sure. And a ton of pepper. Let's see what the hell this bacon's doing, huh? Alright, this bacon looks weird as hell. It looks burnt, but I don't think it is just because it's all just soaked in Coke. Or I've completely burned it. I don't know, but I'm going to say it's done. I'm going to let this kind of hang out. What an absolute catastrophe with this Coca-Cola bacon. I had checked it, and it looked like just not done at all. Like nothing was going on, so I was like, well, I'll just leave it in there for another 5 minutes. But, it's good, it just feels like it's full of campfire smoke. Alright, on the upside, these potatoes have come out absolutely amazing. They taste delicious. They got like a weird Coke sweet flavor to them. Salty, peppery, perfect base layer for a burrito. It's still gonna be good. Cooking some backup bacon right now. We're gonna make this happen. I figure this is gonna be a pretty big burrito. I'm probably gonna go for like 6 eggs. Ugh, perfect crack every time. All right, eggs are perfect. We're just gonna start throwing them on there. Absolutely. Load this thing up. This is gonna be ridiculous. This is one of the biggest, this is in fact the biggest breakfast burrito I have ever made in my life. I don't even know if 2 tortillas is gonna be enough to wrap this thing. but I'm gonna try. And then of course we're gonna do it smothered style because that's how we like to do it in Denver, where I spent most of my time growing up. Here's our boy. Everything's getting real nice. What I'm gonna do, throw a little more cheese on top. All right, we're gonna add our Coca-Cola green chili. We're just gonna go ahead and smother the entire thing. Oh yes. Oh yes, this is a knife and a fork job right here. This is a knife and fork job right here. This is gonna be good. And then of course, you can't ever have too much cheese, right? That's exactly right. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna throw this thing in the broiler for a minute. Okay, looks like everything is nice and melted and delicious. And of course, because we have that pure Coke syrup, what are we gonna do? Throw a little bit of Coke sour cream on top. Why not? Why not? Let's get it popping. A little bit of that Coke sour cream. We have pork green chili in here. Yeah, you know, words, confusing stuff. All right, I'm gonna wait for this thing to not be so insanely hot. And then, or as I like to say, nuclear. We're gonna give it a bite. See how it turned out. So that company is the Fresh Chili Company of New Mexico, Colorado, in Las Cruces, actually. I used to live near there. It's the Fresh Chili Company. This is the hot one. I went with extra hot for this. And let me tell you, when they say extra hot, they mean extra hot. It packs a nice punch. It's absolutely delicious. I would buy that all day, every day. So here's my Saturday morning breakfast that I'm trying to work through. And honestly, on a scale of 1 to catastrophe, aside from the absolutely ruined bacon, success. Obviously, everything's a little sweeter with the Coke. If I wasn't going overboard with it, I don't think I would have added the Coke to the green chili, and that would have made it just 100 times better. But this is Cooking Catastrophes. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see, what you want to see me make. I'll see you next time. Thank you for joining me.